By the time I was 21, I had held over 30 corporate jobs. For me, I'll be honest, there was like a dopamine, a thrill whenever I would get a call back for an interview. And then that was even intensified when I got the job. And I got addicted to it. And as I went on these job interviews, I learned about all their strategies. It was almost like I'm going to go in here and hack the way that they recruit. Once I started to look back at that data, I was like, I could get somebody else hired at all these companies. You know, they're all using the same strategy.
You keep saying you're just a janitor, and I don't like that. You assess risks and employ viable solutions to mitigate disastrous circumstances. You protect multi-billion-dollar organizational assets by decreasing the occurrence of injuries and cross-contamination. You keep saying you're just a hairdresser, and I don't like that.
My motivation for turning this into a full-fledged career was essentially my daughter. Her needs, you know, she was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, and at that point, my job made it difficult for me to be the mother that I needed to be. So that was my one of my motivations. And then there was this passion element, because obviously I started this as a side hustle for a reason. It was just me getting tired of seeing people be overlooked for positions they were qualified for simply because they didn't know the formula.
You keep saying you can't get a job because you have a 2-year gap on your resume, and I don't like that.
I was incarcerated for a big portion of my life, the age of 17, and I didn't get out until I was 46. Which gave me a lot of problems in the job world and the employment world because I had a very choppy resume. I actually ran across her Instagram page. I'm always trying to find little things to better myself, just looking into stuff like that, and she actually popped up on my feed. I was basically doing whatever I could just to pay the bills, and I wanted to kind of get some kind of niche. You know, I wanted to have a specific career point, and that's basically where Bianca came in. She was pivotal in pulling the experience out of those jobs for me.
One thing that I realized that she wasn't giving herself credit for was that she held a job in prison. So I said, you know what? The prison paid you to work there. You worked for the prison. And so I put that on her resume. And by putting that on her resume and her other jobs that she had since she had gotten out of prison, I was able to just kind of analyze the consensus, like what has she done consistently at each position, and build her a profile based off of that. And she ended up landing a really great job.
I have affinity for troubled youth and the homeless. Those are my big people that I want to fix. So I ended up getting an assessment specialist job with an agency that works completely with the homeless, trying to get them into affordable housing, trying to get them shelter, anything we can to get them off the street. So it's been amazing, actually.
What I'm doing is more than just getting you a job. You know, if I can get you a job, then there are people who are going to see that you could do it, and so they can do it too. So it's really closing the gap in so many ways, and I feel like it's more activist work than just, I'm going to get you a job and change your life. No, I'm going to change the world. I'm going to change the way that employers see their talent, and I'm not going to stop until I see that real change.